Dwane, I get the feeling you kind of knew the storm was coming at some point. You guys did a really good job in the first half, the third quarter, holding them off, and they made a run in the fourth quarter, but you'd built a nice cushion.
Well, what happened? Any NBA team is going to make a run. There's no team in this league that's not going to come back and make a run at you. And I was proud of our guys to put their foot down and make a muscle and withstand it and come back at them because they were really trying to get into us defensively. They was doing a heck of a job. And our guys really got strong with the basketball and made a stand. Had some breakdowns defensively in the third quarter, but really thought overall we battled on both ends of the floor.
Dwane, I thought you guys did a great job of controlling the tempo, never letting things get too crazy and too harried at times. What was the game plan around doing that?
That was key. You can't get in a windshield wiper game with a team like this. You got to make sure you control tempo, and I thought Kyle did a heck of a job of really controlling the game. Corey handling the basketball, getting some plays and players involved that we wanted to get involved. But again, not getting in an up and down game. And I thought in our last couple of games we did a good job of controlling the game. And at the end of the day, you still look down, they shoot 49%. That's something we got to continue to talk about, got to continue to work on. We forced them into 28 turnovers, which was, I thought we had active hands, but we got to get that shooting percentage down and make sure we keep the ball out of the paint.
Dwane, DeMar's third quarter, what did you see? Were you running stuff for him, or did he just kind of get hot and then you started doing that?
Well, we guys did a good job of screening for him. Then, he got in the DeMar mode and went to work, but we were running some of his familiar plays that we were running for him, giving him some screens, getting some switches we wanted him to have, and he did a good job. I thought he carried us in the third quarter when they were making the run.
Big night from Damari as a guy who took advantage of matchups, especially that last 90 seconds ago. What do you think of his performance overall?
I thought he came in and gave us a man's job. We needed his defensive presence. I thought his disposition was solid. He played off of Kyle and DeMar. They were sending double teams to him. They were cheating off of he and Siakam, and he did a good job of finding the weak side and finding the opening. And DeMar and Kyle had 9 assists apiece, and I thought that was big time, finding guys like DeMar and guys going to the bucket.
You mentioned the active hands. It's the first half, you guys were just swarming to everything. Just how pleased were you with that effort defensively?
We have to be. That's the way we got to play. We got to have a presentation like that each night. If not, this league is just too tough if you come out and let people be comfortable. And we got to have that same disposition, not just tonight. And the hard thing about this league, you got to crank it back up again Friday night.
Like you swarmed on Harden a little bit, especially when you try to get open. What's your thoughts on how you defended him?
Well, he's probably one of the toughest in the league, along with, other guys in this league. But he's almost impossible to defend individually. So we had to send the second guy to him as much as we could. They've surrounded him with some great shooters, not good shooters, great knockdown shooters. So they're always going to be in the game if you overhelp too much. But I thought our guys were active. We forced him into, 12 turnovers, which I thought was key.
Dwane, you got a good old-fashioned big man effort from Valanciunas tonight too.
In the first half, I thought he was really active. I got on him after halftime because I thought he was a little inactive, but I thought the first half he did a heck of a job. We wanted to go at him, use his size and strength against Capella in the low post. He did an excellent job, and tried to get himself going in the third. But he's got to do a good job of really being at the rim, and I thought he did that in the first half.
Corey did a nice job for you too, a season high, and he seemed to be active and kind of on his game. He's been up and down this year. He seemed like he was on it tonight.
Corey's just got to play. He's just got to play basketball. Doesn't have to worry about getting DeMar the ball. Play basketball. Take what the game gives him. If it gives him a drive to the basket, take it. If it gives him a jump shot, take it. But the most important thing Corey's got to do, and he did it tonight, is give us a presence defensively. That's on his roll card. He's a defensive player first, leading our second unit defensively, and then whatever the game gives him offensively, take it.
Do you think he was one of those guys to sort of watch DeMar and it got into his game a little bit?
Well, he did. It did. When DeMar was going real well early, I thought Corey was guilty of watching instead of participating and not really being aggressive. But again, I told him the other day, play. Don't sit and watch. I don't care if DeMar's, unless he's wide open standing on the basket, you play. You make a play, and I thought he had that mindset tonight.